Hi guys, this is Stacey Sharp from the Pilates Collective. Today I'm going to take you through a nice 20-minute post-work reset, just relaxing that body down, post-work, releasing off any tensions from staring at the computer screen, phones, etc. And just as well, just relaxing the body down. Okay, so we're going to start with our foot bar in position 4. And I'm going to get you to put on 2 reds and 2 greens if you're on one of our Pilates Collective reformers. If you're on a different type of reformer, just around 3 full springs. Okay, so we're going to lie down. If you want to place your headrest up, you can. I'm going to take mine up a little bit today, especially if you've been at the desk all day. We can be a little bit forward head, so it's just really nice to let the neck relax down if the head is a little bit elevated. Okay, so just come and lie down for me on your back. Just feet nice and relaxed onto the platform extender, and we're just going to take those hands up to the ceiling. You're just going to take a nice deep breath in and let those shoulder blades separate. And then exhale, really draw those shoulders back into the carriage. Now you might notice that's a little bit of a challenge when you've been sat at the desk all day. Also, be mindful of what's happening with your rib cage. So just keep the back of those ribs nice and heavy into the carriage. Don't let the chest pop as you draw those shoulders back. Okay, let's just continue on for me. Nice deep breath in, let those shoulders separate. And exhale to draw back into the carriage. Inhale. And exhale. And inhale. And exhale. Lovely. Just relax those hands down by the side. And then turn the palms to face up. Now again, really connect those shoulder blades into that carriage, but draw those ribs back in. Okay, we're going to just slide and squeeze up into the shoulder blocks, and then really draw those fingers down to the backs of the heels. Inhale, squeeze up. Exhale, slide down to the backs of those heels. Just 2 more for me. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Lovely. Now just turn those palms back down. Just let those arms and shoulders settle down into that carriage. And now let's bring those feet onto the foot bar, just in a nice first position, so toes apart and heels together. I want the balls of your feet to be in the center of the foot bar, okay? So make sure you're nice and equal. The toes should be about in line with your sitting bones. Knees just a tiny bit wider than your hips, okay? Don't force them open. I just really want your pelvis just to relax down here. Now, nice neutral pelvis, so you should be nice and flat through your tummy, but you should have a little tiny gap, like you can just fit just a little break there underneath that lower back, but the ribs are nice and heavy, okay? Let's just go into some little pelvic rocks just to warm up our lower abdominals, okay? So just nice deep breath in. You're just going to tuck your tailbone under, just scoop the ribs up to the hips. Really draw that belly button into the spine. And then inhale, just release that tailbone back down. Just nice and relaxed across those hip flexors. And exhale, scoop and pull that tummy in. Inhale, let it all relax back down. Exhale and scoop. Inhale, relax back down. And exhale and scoop. Inhale and relax. Okay, so keeping that nice neutral spine. Tummy is active, just let's take a nice deep breath in, and then exhale and press that carriage out. Let's really get that length in the legs, guys. Squeeze those inner thighs, don't lose that nice tummy connection. Keep pulling those hip bones up towards those ribs. Don't let the tailbone drop and the lower back arch, okay? Squeeze and lengthen. Inhale back in. Exhale, squeeze and lengthen. Inhale back in. Exhale, squeeze and lengthen. Inhale back in. Very good. Now, let's just bring those heels onto hip distance, just really connecting back into that bottom. Little press of those heels into the foot bar and just feel that little glute connection as you just press those heels in, okay? I really want you to focus, especially if you've been sat down all day, at just reconnecting up into those glutes. So let's pull the backs of those thigh bones up into the back of the bottom, okay? And then inhale back in. And exhale. And press, squeeze those glutes. Inhale back in. Exhale and press, really lengthen, get that nice glute connection. Slightly pull your toes towards you. Keep the toes a little bit relaxed, but make sure you're not over pulling through the foot. Okay, this is all about that back line connection. Heels up into that fold of your bottom. Okay, let's just have two more here. Exhale and press. Inhale and in. And exhale and press. Lovely stuff, guys. Well done. Okay, let's take those heels just a little bit wide. Now we're just going to go into a nice stir in the pot. So we're just going to press out in that lateral. Rotate the toes and knees in, and then just slowly drawing that carriage back in. And rotate out. Pressing away. Rotate in. And draw back in. Let's just have one more in that direction, and then we're going to change. Rotate in. Lovely. Let's reverse it now. So try and keep those knees together as much as you can. Of course, they're eventually going to separate. Get that nice squeeze into the bottom, and then rotate from the hips. Okay. Make sure it's not kind of the knees or the hip flexors rotating those legs in and out. We want it to come from deep within those hips. Squeeze those knees, press out, rotating out, pulling in. One more time, guys. Rotate those knees in, squeeze them together, pressing out, rotate out, and pull in. Well done, guys. Very, very good. Okay, now just come up for me onto your bottom. Okay. We are going to change the spring to one red only, and you're going to grab your box. Now, if you are a Pilates addict like myself, and you are very versed with extension, you can keep the foot bar at the same position. However, if you're quite new and you're maybe a bit stiff into your upper back, I just want you to drop the foot bar just down one position, okay? So it's coming a little bit lower. I'm going to keep it a bit higher because I want to get that nice elevation and extension, okay? So I'm going to come back to that fourth position. Okay, so lying down on your tummy. Now getting onto the box, just be careful. Hands on the corner of the box. You're going to bring one leg on, followed by the other. Okay, so just be mindful, this is a moving machine. You don't want to, hurt yourselves. So the breast, the chest bone should be just over the edge of the box. So we're in a nice neutral position to start. Hands are going to be nice and wide on the foot bar. And I want you to start with your legs connected all the way together in the center. Okay, so all we're going to do is push the carriage out just into a nice long press. Now really think about the shoulders and the armpits here. I want you to push away as much as you can. Let those shoulders come all the way up to your ears. Feel that nice stretch in your lats, all that kind of just around your armpit area. Then we're going to slide those shoulders back into your back and get that nice length through the back of the neck. Now just be mindful, guys, where your head is. You don't want it to be hanging. You want to be nice and active and long through the back of the neck as we go into these nice scap slides. Just releasing off all that tension around those neck and shoulders from the day. Just enjoy that nice stretch, that nice mobilization of the shoulders, just resetting. Think about drawing them down and back. Lovely. One more time. Inhale and exhale. Now keep them nice and set for me. Nice long active neck. You're just going to bend those elbows in and then exhale to press out. So make sure here, guys, we're keeping those shoulders nice and stable. We've just set them into that nice mid-back by drawing shoulders away from the ears. Now just keep them there. We're just working into the tops of the shoulders. Okay, just getting that nice connection and reset all into those scaps and all of those shoulder muscles. You're going to give me one more. Exhale and push. Now, I want you to bring your legs out into what we call swan dive position. So that's the toes turned out, your thighs, insides of your thighs are kind of pressing down into the box, okay? They're about as wide as the box, and you should feel your bottom become really nice and active. We're going to go up into our swan. Now, if you are new at this, guys, don't come up too far. Just come up as far as you feel comfortable. If that's just a little lift at the head and the chest, that's absolutely fine. Just go to there. You do not want to feel any pressure in your lower back. What you want to feel is a nice extension, a nice stretch. This is a really great move if you've been sat at the desk all day, guys, because it uses all of those muscles that have generally been neglected. Okay, into the back, the glutes. Now, I'm going to start to take this a little bit higher, so just go with what feels good for your body, guys. I'm going to lift up and out, really drawing my hip bones up with me and flaring my chest forwards, and then releasing it back down. And inhale, let's lengthen up, squeeze those glutes, and release it back down. Good. Just go up as high as you feel comfortable, guys. You want to make sure your tummy is still nice and active. So even though we're coming up into that nice extension, we should be working those abs as hard as the glutes and that upper back. Okay? Just bear that in mind. We're going to go for 2 more. Inhale. Draw up, squeeze. And release down. And you're just going to give me 1 more. Inhale. Lengthen up. And exhale. Press down. Well done, guys. Just bend those elbows in for me. And now very carefully, just bring yourself off the side of the reformer. So press down into your carriage. Place 1 foot down onto the floor. Use your hands and bring the other foot off. Okay? We're just going to stand nice and tall. And then we're going to nod the chin. I really want you to pull your ribs up and back, and we're just going to have a little roll down to the floor. Let that body just dangle, just release off that lower back tension. You can have a little sway side to side, and then stack back up bone by bone. Really think about tucking that tailbone. Stack each vertebrae up 1 bit at a time. Very good, guys. Well done. Okie dokie. So let's remove that box. Pop that out of the way. And now, let's go down to a green if you are fairly versed in extension and arm work. If you are new, just go down to a yellow, okay? So I'm going to go to green, headrest down, and I'm just going to come and sit on my bottom, facing towards the end of the reformer. So really nice and tall. You can push your ankles if that's comfortable to do so, and you can also have a little bend at the knees if you need to, okay? What is most important is that you can sit as tall as possible through your spine. If you can't do that with straight legs, that's absolutely fine. Bend the knees in a little bit, or our cushions that we use in other videos, you can pop a cushion under your bum as well, just to elevate and just release off the hips a little bit, okay? So, nice and tall through the spine. And we're just going to press and open up the chest. Inhale, release. And exhale to press, squeeze those shoulder blades, but remember, keep those ribs connected. We're not popping those ribs, we're drawing them into that back. And exhale to press, really lengthen up, feel those shoulder blades almost squeezing together. And just give me one more here. Squeeze. Now, you're going to lead with your little finger this time, so turn those palms in and squeeze. That's it, lovely. Ribs, tummy, shoulders. Now think about that nice connection into the backs of the shoulders. You're almost turning the upper part of your arm outwards. Okay, so really think about that little finger connecting up to that deepest back part of your shoulder blade. And just one more. And release. Lovely. Okay, pop those straps down and bring yourself back down. Lovely. Let's take it into a nice stretch now, guys. Hip flexors and hamstrings, just releasing off all that tension of the day. So let's start just down on our backs. We're going to take our feet into those straps. So grabbing hold of the big hoops. I want you to push the carriage out a little bit with your feet. Bring one leg up into tabletop. Pop that foot into the strap. Make sure you feel nice and steady before you bring the other leg up, okay? So make sure you feel sturdy and strong. Other leg comes up. Now, again, nice neutral spine. We're just going to lengthen those legs up to the ceiling. Don't let the bottom start to roll, okay? Just be really mindful of what's happening in your back and in your sitting bones. I want your bottom to drop as heavy and as neutral as you can. If you can only get your legs to here, but the spine is neutral and you're feeling a stretch in the hamstrings, great, stick with that. Don't be tempted to go further at the detriment of your spine, okay? You will get a more efficient hamstring stretch by keeping the spine in a neutral position than letting it roll through your pelvis, okay? So just be mindful of that. Just reaching those tippy toes up and then using the bottom to pull down. So after that long day of just being sat at the desk, let's just get that length through the backs of the legs, using those glutes to pull those straps back down. Very good. Just watch the head and neck position, guys. Keep the chin slightly tucked in but not overly forced in, okay? So we've just got that nice and long sensation in the back of the neck. Let's go into a lateral. Let's turn those toes out, heels together. Same movement, just in that slightly different part of the hamstring. That's it. Let's inhale and exhale. Let's just let that body relax. Enjoy this stretch, guys. It's been a long day. Just let everything relax down. Unwind. And just one more inhale and exhale. Let's go into a medial now. Let's turn the toes in, heels out. Inhale and exhale. Very good. Inhale and exhale. Let's just have two more here. Inhale and exhale. One more time for me. Inhale and exhale. Now keep those feet nice and parallel for me, guys. We're going to take them up. You're going to open up in a big V. Get that nice stretch into those inner thighs. Pull legs back in. Press back down. Lovely. Inhale up. Big stretch into those inner thighs. Really reach, reach, reach. Pull back in. Press down. Let's go for one more of those. Inhale up. Exhale. Big stretch. Open. Squeeze those glutes a little bit. That'll help get deeper into that joint. Pull those legs back in and press it back down. Well done, guys. Bend those knees in. Let's very carefully take those feet out of the straps. So release one foot out and place it back onto the foot bar. Then carefully bring the other leg out and draw the carriage in. Lovely stuff. Good. Okay, so let's very gently just bring ourselves up, and we're going to go into a nice single thigh stretch with a little bit of balance work. So, would recommend one red spring. If you feel a little bit on the weaker side and you really want to get the length, you can do this on the green, but remember that you have less stability drawing the carriage back in. So somewhere between a red and a green. I like the red because it gives me a little bit more of a challenge through the range. Okay, so just bring one spring off. You're going to come and kneel onto your carriage. And let's just place one foot forwards onto the platform extender. If you do have really good flexibility, guys, feel free to bring that foot onto the foot bar. However, I'm feeling a little bit tight across my pelvis today, so I'm going to just drop down onto the platform extender. So really nice neutral spine. Okay, we're going to push that knee back. Just get nice and deep into that hip flexor and drawing it back in. And pressing back. Now make sure you're not rounding your spine, guys. Your toes should still be active. We are not dipping into the lower back, so just really active here. That's just going to protect the spine and make sure we stay nice and stable. And just give me one more there, nice and deep into that hip flexor. And back in. Now let's start taking it across the pelvis into the hamstring. So again, lengthen out as far as you feel comfortable. It's okay for this knee to stay bent, just as long as you feel the hamstring stretch, okay? And again, what is more important than extending is keeping the spine neutral. It's a far more efficient stretch if that spine stays nice and neutral. We're stretching into the correct places rather than forcing through joints that may be already a little bit, on the flexible side. Let's just go for one more there. Let's reach out and hold it. Lengthen, pull the chin in and back, nice long neck. Nice deep breath in. Let's exhale, push a little bit further. Well done. Inhale and exhale. Super. Let's just change to the other leg, guys. Pop those toes in front of the shoulder block and take that other leg forwards. Now let's push that right knee back. Just get that nice stretch into that hip flexor. Now I want you to think about the glute as well. So push the knee back, squeeze the glute, and then back in. That squeeze will just help you get that fraction deeper into the joint, and also just help with a little bit of stability. And exhale to squeeze. Inhale back in. Exhale and squeeze. Inhale back in. Lovely. Let's start to extend into that hamstring. So remember, nice long spine, guys. Just go as far as you need to get that nice hamstring stretch. Try and keep those toes as well connected into the platform. Inhale and exhale. 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 Let's just go for one more, guys. Inhale. Let's exhale. Leg, just reach out and hold it. Just drop that left sitting bone nice and heavy. Just get that nice deep stretch. Take a deep breath in and exhale. Just reach that a little bit further. And then draw that carriage all the way in. Well done, guys. Sit your bottom back onto your heels for me. Just round that spine down and just let those hands come just next to your hips. Really draw the ribs in and up for me, guys. And let's just take a few nice deep breaths into the back parts of those ribs. Just let everything relax down, sitting bones down to the heels. Let the shoulders just relax around. And carefully step back up. Nice and tall. Let's just take hold of the shoulder blocks and just lengthen up and out of the chest. Little look up to the ceiling. and back to neutral. And then let's just bring one hand across to the opposite shoulder block. Just have a little look over the shoulder. And then change over to the other side. Little look over the shoulder. And then just pressing into the side of the carriage. Lengthen up, just come up and over. Keep those sitting bones nice and neutral for me, guys. And back to centre. And up and over the opposite way. Lengthen up. Reaching up and over. And relax it down. Well done, guys. That is you done and dusted for the day. And I hope you feel fresh now after a long day at work. And enjoy, like and subscribe for more updates and videos. And don't forget that you can also book online live sessions with myself or with other experienced instructors. And we are always happy to help and answer any questions. Feel free to comment or even join any of our socials and send us a message. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you again soon.